Getting a clean tissue sample is the first step towards getting accurate DNA and disease testing results. But a sample is only as good as how it's handled. Today, we're going to show you how to load and apply the Z-Tags tissue sampler correctly, and how to keep your samples clean. First, let's talk about the cutter tip. This is the most sensitive part of the process. A good sample collection depends on how the cutter tip is handled, before and during collection. Always hold the cutter tip by the sides. Never touch the metal cutting edge with your fingers, as this can contaminate the DNA sample. If you drop a tip on the floor or it touches a dirty surface, don't try to wipe it off. Throw it away and grab a new one. Push the metal plate up on the tagger and slide the container underneath until it is seated securely. Remove the blue cutter tip from the tag, holding it by the sides. Carefully slide the blue cutter tip onto the tagger pin. Give the handles a tiny squeeze, just enough to check that the tip and container are lined up. Before the tag hits the ear needs to be clean. Wipe off any dirt using 95% ethanol to mitigate bacterial contamination. Avoid using bleach, insect repellents, or other harsh cleaning agents, as these can damage the DNA sample. Be extra careful with newborns. Even if they look clean, saliva and fluids from the mother will leave foreign DNA behind. Give the ear a thorough wipe with 95% ethanol to remove this before you sample. When taking a sample, aim for 1 inch from the edge of the ear, in the cartilage. Stay away from the veins to minimize bleeding. If the animal has a tattoo, avoid areas with fresh ink. Position the tagger and in one swift motion, squeeze until you feel and hear a click. Release the handles completely before pulling away to prevent tearing the ear. Pull the female adapter off the container tag and dispose, then check your container. You should see the cutter tip sealed inside, indicating that the tissue sample was taken successfully. Wipe any blood or mud off the outside of the container to minimize the risk of contamination during testing. Place the sample back inside the box and write the animal's identification number against the container. Keep samples in a dry, dark place, either at room temperature or in a refrigerator, for up to 12 months. If you're testing for BVD, send those samples off within 24 to 48 hours.